Hey guys, so Bergen's day is going well, and today I'm going to be doing a little tutorial for, I don't really know exactly what it's called, but I'm just going to call it the
Andrew Bergen Meta Red Triangle Slack Combo.
I think that's what I'll call it. I'm not sure. But yeah, so I saw this trick originally done by Remy Baskin. He does it quite a bit in competition. I really like how it looks, and so I learned it. But this trick is actually created by Andrew Bergen, so I gotta give a shout out to Andrew Bergen for being the original creator of this trick. Overall, in regards to difficulty, I don't think this trick is too hard, but if you're having trouble with it, as usual, just contact me through Instagram or email or just in the comment section of this video, and I'll help you out with the trick. Real quick, I'll be using the YoYo Factory blade for this tutorial, and this will actually be my next review, so stay tuned for that in the coming days. Alright, without further ado, let's get into the trick. Alright, hey guys, so we'll start out with just what this trick looks like from my perspective. Alright, so that's basically it. As you'll probably notice, so this trick actually starts out with a trick I've already taught before. So if you guys want to, if you don't know this trick, which is the hop to 1.5 GT, which looks like that, you guys can click the link on the little corner of the screen or the little card right there if you don't already know how to do it. And also, if you really want to, if you don't really want to do this kind of process to get into the proper mount to set us up for the actual trick, you can also just do a ninja vanish or get into any triangle in which you would normally pop out the front, and that works too. So let's jump right in. Hopefully you guys already know that trick, and what we're going to do from here is just one simple step to get us into the triangle. And so what we're going to do is we're going to pop out the back from here, and we're going to pop over these strings and land right there onto that string. So here's what that looks like one more time. You want to do this all kind of in one motion. Once you're here, it's a good idea to open up these kind of strings like this. You're going to be hopping onto this string, or you're just going to go over all of them like that. So I'll slow that down for you guys so you can see it in a kind of like smooth motion. Once you land onto that one string, this one, you just drop with your throw hand pointer finger, and you'll be in the proper triangle to set us up for the real deal trick. And for all my people that just started out with a normal ninja vanish, here is where we're going to go into the actual trick. So we're going to be here in this triangle in which we would normally pop out the front. And so that's essentially what you're going to do. You're going to start by popping out the front, but in a very specific way. I advise you guys all to kind of like open this up with your non-throw hand like this. Now you're going to kind of turn this inward like so, and grab this coming from the front with your throw hand. So here's my throw hand right here. I'm going to grab it like this, and I'm going to pop out the front like so. So just a kind of quick recap of what I just said, we're going to kind of turn our hand inward, grab this like so, and pull it with our throw hand pointer finger. Now we're going to pop out the front, and here's where a very important step comes in that I think you guys should listen very, very carefully to, because this is what tripped me up with this trick a lot. It actually took me quite a while to properly learn this trick, and so I want to make sure you guys can learn this step super, super easy, so you don't have to go through what I went through. So once we're here and we popped out like this, you're going to land on this front string right here, just like that. But there's a very specific way that you land on it. So you'll notice there's two configurations you can land in. You can land in this one, like so, with the string that comes right off the yo-yo on the right side of the yo-yo, or like this. And now you can see the strings on the left side. We want to shoot for the yo-yo to land on the string and it to come off the right side of the yo-yo. So as you can see right here, this string is coming from the right instead of from the left. And that small little detail is really what changes the game for this trick. So what I mean by that is, originally when I was trying to learn this trick, I would land the yo-yo like this, where the string that comes straight off the yo-yo's bearing is on the left side. And as you can see, you are not in a red triangle, you are in some kind of knot. Instead, if you properly land the yo-yo like so, and the string is coming off the right side of the yo-yo, the string right there that's connected to the bearing comes off the right side, you see we are in a red triangle, which is, for any of you that don't know by now, a red triangle is one that looks like a green triangle, but you can just drop it and get no knot. If you're having trouble with like landing consistently in the proper configuration, just watch the yo-yo and kind of attack it from like coming from the right to the left. You kind of, if you want to in practice and you kind of want to swing it on like that, you should be getting the yo in the proper configuration, and so the yo, and so that little string there that needs to be on the right side of it won't have any issues with landing like that. So if you really want to practice this, swing from that way and land on the string, you should be in the right configuration. It really just takes practice to just kind of land it properly in the right configuration. Now that we're here, what we're going to do is drop everything off of our non-throw hand, like so, and you're in this red triangle. This is where a like kind of mini suicide happens. Now normally when you do a suicide, you kind of swing it to the outside of your throw hand and you land it kind of like that. However, with this trick, it's important also that you have no string tension. With this trick, you're actually swinging the suicide to the opposite direction you normally do. So you're going to swing it like this, and you're going to take your finger right here. Once this yo-yo comes right here, you're going to release with this finger, which is your pointer finger of your throw hand. You're going to release it like this, and intercept the string with your non-throw hand like this. And you can see the slack kind of comes around. So yeah, again, when you do this, and you just kind of like this, and you intercept the string like this, and let go at the same time right here, you'll see the slack kind of comes around. And so what you're going to want to do is just catch that with your throw hand pointer finger, just like that. And overall, I feel like it's really easy and nice to practice this because let's say let's say you don't make that suicide and you just kind of go like that. Oh, you missed it. You're not in a knot. You're not in a normal triangle. And since you're in a red triangle, you can easily just get right back into this proper mount and try it again. If there's any tips that I have for catching that suicide, I'd say doing it a little more slowly rather than doing this whole thing like super fast. You're trying to go like. It's a lot harder to do it if you're trying to do this fast, so do it nice and slowly, make it nice and smooth in practice, and you can eventually speed it up once you've got the hang of it. And also, obviously, string tension is going to be a super critical factor for landing this one. But once we're here, we're almost done with the trick. Here's where kind of, in my opinion, the coolest part of the trick comes out. So what we're going to do is we're going to pinch like this, and we're going to swing the slack around, if we're looking over top the yo, we're going in a counterclockwise direction, like that, and we're going to catch it around. So here's what I mean by that. I don't think I explained it very well. Once we're here, we're going to whip this string around in a counterclockwise direction, and at the same time kind of hop the yo up so that there's actually slack, and also it's a good idea to pinch kind of like right there so that the slack actually comes around. Alright, so once we've done that, and the string is just kind of over there, what we're now going to do is we're going to move our hand kind of in now a clockwise motion around the yo-yo coming like that. And so it's a very important step that you do right there, where you're actually going to be twisting the string a little bit to set us up for that 360 kind of suicide at the end. So once we're here, we're right here, and now what we're going to do, again, is before we were in this plane, kind of, I like to call that the X plane, where we're just swinging the slack around in that direction. Once we've done that, now we're going to move in, I guess, what you could call a Y plane, which is around the yo-yo like that. So there's two different planes that I'm talking about right there, which makes this kind of a cool 360-like trick, because first you're going to be catching this, then you're going to move around like this, then like that. You're just going to intercept the string like so with your non-throw hand. Again, we've swung around here, and now that we caught the string like this, we'll be moving it around and catch it again right there. I'll slow it down for you guys so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. Alright, and so now we are in the final step of the trick, which in my opinion is probably the hardest part of the trick. It's this 360 suicide. So it's going to look like this, just like that. And now, there's a couple things that make this kind of hard. Sometimes the slack that comes around that you want to catch is a little bit like too small, like it's a tiny little slack and you can't really catch it. For this 360 suicide, in my opinion, it's important to focus on really throwing this slack in a downwards motion, kind of like that. You'll see the loop kind of opens up a little bit more, and it makes it a little bit easier to catch the loop when it comes around the yo. So focus on throwing this kind of triangle right here down very hard, and it comes around a little bit better, in my opinion, and makes it a little bit easier to hit. So again, with this kind of 360 suicide part, I'm throwing this slack downwards, and a little bit downwards and to the left. So going in that direction, I'm throwing it kind of diagonally down, and that's how the slack kind of comes around. And so once you see that slack come around, you just gotta kind of want to like snag it. So just like that. And so that step is probably the hardest part of this entire trick. It took me the longest to get consistently, but it also looks super cool. From here, you're still in that normal red triangle, which you can just drop like that, And that is really the end of the trick. Well, let me just do a quick summary and then we'll be all done from this perspective. So we're gonna do the 1.5 GT right there. We're gonna hop over onto there, just like so. Pop out and make sure that that string is on the right side of the yo-yo. Drop everything. Then we're gonna swing it around and catch the slack like that in the reverse suicide. Go around the yo-yo like so, underneath the yo-yo like that, push down with this hand, catch that suicide, drop, and you'll be good to go. Alright, so I hope you guys all enjoyed that tutorial. Remember, if you guys are having trouble, stick with it, try your hardest, and eventually I think you guys can all get this trick. If you guys did enjoy the video and learned something new, be sure to leave a like. And also, if you guys are new here and haven't seen my videos before, definitely hit that subscribe button because I post videos just about every single week. I hope you guys all have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you next time. Peace.